back to my channel. Today I have the second to last of my countdown to the new year. So I really hope you guys like this video today. It's going to be very interesting. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join my little family. And also comment down below what you'd like to see in the new year, or maybe your New Year's wish. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and without further ado, let's get on to the video. Go, go!
December 2019. Countdown to the new year. Everything was great. I ate sushi and watched the ball drop with my family with no care in the world, and was excited to go to concert in March and then leave in a few days later to go to Korea. Little did I know the rest of the year to come would be so tragic. January 2020. I was having the time of my life in school. I got into district chorus with my friends, and it was a new experience where I met some lifetime friends I'll remember forever. I also helped my school with hosting district band. February 2020. I was preparing for a production of Cinderella in my drama club. This was my first ever show. I would constantly put on makeup and stage shoes at rehearsal and rehearse until it got dark, and then after, travel by myself through the dark to a donut shop to meet my mom and my nephew. March 2020. It was going well after the show finished, and then it all stopped on March 13th. I didn't think that there was much affecting us. Our whole school, being teenagers, expected only 2 weeks of school to be out, and it was a break for us. But little did we know that was all a lie. Before we met into a full lockdown, I got to explore some uncrowded places with hope of everything being okay. In this month, I began to study Korean more, and I met lifelong friends on an app called Hello Talk. And I'll forever be grateful for them for being together in such rough times. April 2020. My first birthday, that wasn't even the same. No cakes, no friends, no family, no one. My online friends still kept me occupied though. I no longer had a job because I was scared of the virus affecting my family, and kept myself content with studying till 3 a.m. in my room. And I dyed my hair dark brown, like anyone who's spiraling down a hole would do. May 2020. I started to bike ride to relieve my stress and exercise from being inside 24/7. After a while, my sister invited me over, so I would bike to her house every day to eat and then clean her house for her. I would usually take wooden boards from their house and bike home with them in my basket. I looked pretty crazy biking home. Then I began to paint on them throughout the next months. One day, on my way to her house, a man in a blue truck kept following me, so I made a run for it through the woods, and then I stopped biking so much for a bit, but I picked it back up later. June 2020. Things were going good. Places were opening up a bit. I decided to go to local trails and waterfalls with one of my friends to kill the time and to get some sun from being inside all the time. July 2020. Me and my two close friends would visit each other every other weekend and trusted each other to stay safe and to social distance. If I didn't have them in this time, I would have felt so down, and I'm very grateful for them visiting. I started making more YouTube videos and writing songs to fill my free time. August 2020. I started going to cross-country practice for school. This was one thing that made me feel normal. I was glad I was getting exercise and sun, and it made me realize this was my last year to do this because I was a senior in high school. I also was finally able to see all of my Kappa friends again at a picnic before school started. September 2020. We went back to school and everything was different, but I was grateful to be back. I cried a bit from time to time from stress of doing half school online and half in person, but I looked on the brighter side. October 2020. No Halloween for this year. I finished my cross-country season and got my passport picture taken. Then school shut down for 2 weeks because some teachers tested positive. And I was scared because that was really close to home. We soon went back to school and everything was fine until we closed down again. And we just went through a cycle of closing down and then opening back up. And the times that I was not in quarantine from my school, I would still visit my 2 friends. We would make food on the weekends, different dishes, and not later, towards the end of October, school shut down for good, or until further notice. November 2020, I got added to an Among Us group chat on Instagram, which then added me to Discord. And I now have more online friends from all around the world, and almost every other day we chat. And I'm grateful for them, because we keep each other company, and that's really nice. We usually play Among Us games or PUBG. December 2020. We're still in a lockdown stage, and the COVID cases skyrocketed after Thanksgiving, and they continue to rise. I noticed that people didn't seem to care anymore and continued to travel, causing the spread to increase more and more. One day changed about a week or 2 before Christmas. A man spit on my sister at work because she was asking to put on a mask and to follow the policy of her work. We thought nothing of it and prayed the man got charged, but they couldn't do anything. A few days later, my sister began feeling sick. Then she got tested and came back positive. Then my whole family and 3 of my friends had to quarantine. It was not fun. It was very scary. I was scared my family weren't going to make it. And I started opening up my eyes to what was to come. I didn't leave my room for 2 weeks, and I barely ever left even to eat. I was terrified that I would get sick, and even more terrified because my mom tested positive as well. After time went on, I was deciding to do a countdown for my YouTube channel to fill up my free time and make my days go by faster and maybe even happier. And that's how I got to here. Today, New Year's Eve. I'm out of quarantine, and I'm wishing, as the clock strikes 12, for a better year to come, and for everyone to be safe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,